So Bugzilla is a bug tracking system or fault tracking system. A bug, fault, defect. The term bug, fault, defect stand for the same thing. People does not try to differentiate what is the difference between bug and what is the difference between fault and what is the difference between defect. They roughly stand for the same meaning. So software failure is a situation where software does not meet the customer requirements. Software behavior is not as expected by the customer or as specified. Customer expectations are defined in the software requirements document. In other words, system behavior is deviating from the what is mentioned in the specification. System behavior is deviation from what is mentioned in the specification. That's a failure. It's not failure means it's not like a crash, but the output you deliver is not the one that you want. Then it's a failure situation. And failure might be originated because of some fault in the program, or bug in the program, or defect in the program. So අතර error එකක් කියලා කියනවා මම ඒක පස්සේ මම real time programming explain කරනවා what is error means කියලා. So software error කියලා define කරනවා. If you want to make difference between what is error and fault, we'll come to that distinction later on in some other course. What it means, because of the fault, system leads to failure situation. Because of the bug, system goes to failure situation. Because of the defect, system goes to failure state. If the term software developer use the term fault for this purpose, software developer use the term fault for this. Quality assurance teams use the term bug. The method fault එකයි bug එකයි defect එකයි. මේ තුනම තියෙනවා එකම දහස තියෙන්නේ නමුත් we can make a distinction among these three with respect to who is going to use, who is responsible for this. So for a fault, software developer is responsible. The same thing if quality assurance people refer this as a bug. Quality assurance team refer this as a bug. Again, it's a customer is seen as a defect, right? Beraklar defect එකක් කියලා කිව්වම මේක නිය beraklar මේ software වල defect එකක් කියන වචනේ පාවිච්චි කරන අමාරුයි. If it is some device or hardware equipment, we can specifically mean a defect. එතකොට hardware device එකට fault එකක් කියලා කියන්න පුළුවන්. නැත්නම් equipment එකක් නම් fault එකක් කියලා කියන්න පුළුවන්. hardware device එකක් ගත්තොත් නැත්නම් මේ machine එකක් ගත්තොත් machine එකට bug එකක් කියලා කියන්න බෑ. ඒක වචනේ හරිය නෑ. machine එකට defect එකක් තියෙනවා කියන්නේ machine එකේ defect එකක් තියෙනවා. මේ equipment එකේ defect එකක් තියෙනවා. මේ equipment එකේ fault එකක් තියෙනවා. මේ machine එකේ fault එකක් තියෙනවා. මේ machine එකේ bug එකක් තියෙනවා කියලා සාමාන්‍ය වචනේ පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ නැහැ. So bug fault, as I mentioned, bug fault and defect stand for the same thing, but this word is using by different groups in different way. Right, standing for the same thing. Like I said, for a software developer, bug engineer or programmer, designer, we can call it a fault. For a quality assurance people, we can call it a bug. For a customer, we can see it as a defect. එතන පොඩි issue එකක් තියෙනවා because defect කියන වචනේ වඩා සුදුසු for a hardware device or equipment or machine. So machine එකට කියන්න පුළුවන් defect එකක් තියෙනවා. equipment එකට කියන්න පුළුවන් there's a defect there, fault there. Fault defect කියන එක එතන ගොඩක් close for as far as hardware is concerned. machine එකට bug එකක් කියලා කියන්න බෑ පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ නැහැ වචනේ, right? So equipment, hardware device or some other machinery stuff, equipment like thing, we don't use the term bug. So bug is especially circulating around these software people. I explain the difference between failure and the fault. Failure is where system result is what is not mentioned. It's not mentioned as in the specification. The behavior is not comply with the specification. Deviation is there. What is mentioned in the specification is not output produced. That's a failure. So failure occurs because of a fault, right? And the program. So when bug comes on, we have to report the bugs. So bug is detected by the QA team and it has to be reported for fixing. We assign for a software group to fix it or developer to fix it. So when we come to large complex system, so many bugs could arise from time to time. So they have to be assigned for the developer. And so we want to know the state, for example, simple case, we want to know what is the state of this repairing process or fixing process. So bug is assigned to fixed. What is the state of it? As it resolution means the solution. Does the solution is find out, is still under consideration, something like that. So I'll explain this tool. When you go through the tools, you will understand what is exactly this means. So it's bug tracking system that is using for bug management. So not only software development team use this kind of bug tracking system, but other people also involved, like system administration team, system administrators are there. So their database team is working, network team is working with them. So developers plus administration staff and other system engineers wants to track their work, what they are doing, what the state of other people's work. So other people have been assigned the work to be resolved. You are depending on him. So you want to know what is the state of that work, because when only that work completes, you can complete your work. So there is dependency between the team members, roles, depending on each other's work task. People are depending on each other for their work task to be completed. So this bug tracking system, Excel වලින් කරන්න පුළුවන් manually. Excel sheet එකක් වගේ පාවිච්චි is very difficult, right? Very difficult, not effective. It's good for a small kind of system, but it's come to large complex system. Let's see how complex is that. Why the need? So what is a bug tracking system? Is tool that is using for bug management. Why it is needed? Because software development is collaborative work. Not only developer, software engineer, designer, system analyst, QA people, some architect, project manager, database administrator, system administrators, are there some system engineers. So it's very collaborative work. So we need efficient way to communicate communication way is needed to communicate between among these different people. So this tool will help that. So sometimes these people might not work in the same place, same house, same roof, not under the same roof, not in the same building. They are work in different distributed places. Different these places are differ from geographical locations. One may in Sri Lanka, one may in India, another person in US, Australia, or Europe. So there is time zone differences. So using this kind of tool is very easy to track the history of the bug and evolution of the bugs. What are the benefits you have? So there is a centralized development process. People can work distributedly, but their work is centralized. So all their work is reported and recorded in one central place. So source code is at one central location, and people work on this work source code from different distributed places. So all changes made will be documented and logs. So it's very easily release the next version of the software by using these recordings in the database. So you will see later on we can generate various reports, and that using these reports we can measure the productivity of programmers of fixing bugs. මේ ඔක්කොම රෙකෝඩ් වෙනවා. දැන් මම බග් එකක් ඇසයින් කරොත් එimhe කාටද ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑමර් කෙනෙකුට එයාගේ ප්‍රොඩක්ටිවිටි එක කවද්ද ඇසයින් කරපු වෙලාව එයා සොලියුෂන් එක දුන්නේ කවද්ද all will be recorded. So in automatic mean we can generate various reports that will help to measure the productivity of the team developers in fixing bugs. So improve communication. So centralized development process, helping make when software release is made, improves that the task is facilitated and various reports can be generated, helps in communication among people. So using these tools, we can keep track of outstanding problems. For example, solve කළා තියෙන්නේ මොනවද තව විසඳ තියෙන්නේ? I think it's better I use this to, then it's an open source product, Bugzilla. There are not too many open source bug tracking tools. I think Bugzilla is only one open source one. There's a commercial. As far as you know, It's a product of Mozilla. Product of Mozilla. Who is the Firefox product come under this Mozilla public license. Firefox. So Bugzilla is covered by this Mozilla public license. ඒකයි මෙතන මේ bug නිසා bug එනවා. The term bug use the first Bugzilla bug. This license agreement Mozilla that makes this term Bugzilla. You can have comprehensive documentation, and this tool is available in this website. And it's written in Perl. Uses MySQL database because you need to store the data. Records needs to be maintained, and it's use Apache web server. It's a product of Mozilla. Open source. These are the prerequisite. So you need to have a compatible database server is required, MySQL or some other Oracle. SQL written in Perl is a compatible version of Perl is required. Some web server, Apache, IWS. And another important concept is some mail transfer agent. Mail server is required, or some SMTP server is required. Like a install කරන යනකොට ආනවා මේ mail කොහමද යන්නේ යාට මෙයාට කියලා. So send mail or some other SMP server is required. That's for mail transferring. ඔක්කොම communication යන්නේ mail වලින්. Email වලින් තමයි communicate කරන්නේ. So all communication happens through the emails. Therefore, when you're trying to installing, is asking what is the mail transfer agent server. These are the requirements for successful operation of Bugzilla. Who are the users of Bugzilla? Giant software companies. Netscape, Mozilla Group. In fact, this from this is their documentation, right? These texts are from their documentation. So they report that these heavyweight companies use this product the Linux, Apache, other popular software again, Netscape, Mozilla, NASA, then Linux, Apache Foundation, many others not much familiar for us. That means if NASA is using this one, that means it's a very useful tool. And Netscape, these Linux people is always, I don't know what Microsoft is doing. It's not mentioned here. Maybe they have their own bug tracking system. Maybe not. These are not very convincing for you at this moment, but when you demonstrate the tool, you will get much more clear picture. So you can do searching. You can enter the bug ID, search, enter the bug ID, you can get the bug state. What is the status of the bug? You can enter the developer details through email address, then we can get what are the tasks assigned for him, search capability. Search කරන්න පුළුවන් එක එක විදියට එක එක parameters වලින් search කරන්න පුළුවන්. So that means we can, there's a database, there are data, we can search in different ways. සාමාන්‍ය database එකක් වගේ තමයි. ඉතින් database එකේ data තියෙනවා එක විදිහට queries දාන්න පුළුවන්. Important thing is email notification. All communication goes through email. System එකේ මට email එනවා. එතකොට I read the email, I know this work is assigned for me for fixing. Time tracking. කවද්ද bug එක assign කරේ? resolution solution එක දුන්නේ කවද්ද? ඒ ඔක්කොම record වෙනවා. Various reports can be generated daily basis, weekly basis. Charts can be created. So bug report karnකොට you have to consider some several factors. So when you are reporting a bug, you have to give some important information about the bug, features, characteristics. Some details of the bug has to be given. Sometimes these details are helping to reproduce the bug at later stage. So මේ bug එකක් report කරන්න කලින් මේ bugs වල importance මොන වගේ අද reports කරන්න කියන එක මේ you can find it that documentation. So good useful bug report is the one that helps fixing the bug. When you are making a complaint or making a report regarding a certain bug, you should be able to, you should make the complaint in a way that it will help. You should provide sufficient information that will help to fix the bug. Sufficient information is required to enter you that helps bug fixing. That's the important thing. Also, you cannot make any judgment, non-judgmental, when bug is reporting. Non-personal, non-provocative, not confrontable. You should not go any confrontation with any people. So non-judgmental, non-personal, non-provocative. Provocative means don't go into confrontation. So when you are providing information, is you cannot make judgment. You are not the judge. People will give solution. Developers will give solution. We can post only the facts. Don't take it as personal. Don't provide information that come to a confronting situation. So you should report. Report should include regarding the information regarding the product, not about the person who developed. To state only the fact. So, like any other tools, if you want to use Bugzilla, you have to get registered. You have to get registered. So Bugzilla is purely open source. Open source. Like open source software, no charge, no fee. So you can go to the Bugzilla website and you can download it, and you can configure Bugzilla in your computer. The company can go to the website, download it, and configure Bugzilla in their server with the pre-request on hand, MySQL or relevant compatible database, Apache or relevant web server with Perl. Configure කරගන්න ඕනේ, right? Configure කරගන්න ඕනේ. And that's it. Do a mail transfer agent. Make a cloud service. I have used that cloud service some years back, but since 2019, it has been shut down. In fact, my tool about it, that's Dana may say. We didn't have time to introduce this tool for last two batches. So that now it's available at cloud service, but you have to pay for that. Cloud service available, even though Bugzilla is free, for this cloud service they are charging. But you can get this and install in your environment. It's free. Then you can use this facility. So likewise, that if you are using the cloud service, you have to register your developers, giving information, their email address. Google server if it is downloaded and it's available in the company server, first thing we have to do is all people have to be registered. You get a login ID and password with your information available, your email address are there, so then very easily communication can be done through emails. So අනිත් software එකේ තමයි login is there, password reset. It's a complex name interface. So basically there are in this so basically three main facilities are there. You can manage accounts, file bugs and bug management module, search module, account management module. So after registration, you create an account. Then you can log in after with email address and password. See how to report a new bug. Start with so if you want to report a new bug, you just click new here. That means you are now ready for report a bug. මෙතනින් පටන් ගමු. So for that now we have a system. Now we want to first make a product. So we are going to report a bug in a certain product. So first product has to be created after login. This is done after login. So the administration panel. So yeah, it's product option is the admin again right? Admin main menu so product. So right now there are two products available. This test product, online shoe purchase. Let's say now we have online product, online product name. What is online? Online clothing. Online bookstore. So you can give some description details. Customers can enable unconfirmed states in this bug. Then version, what version of the product? Let's say version 1. Let's say if you want to get in charts and so on, start data sheets, enable and we can add. Then we have create a product and product components now. Components. Now we can add components. can do this in administration manual as well. Components needs to be added. Component. Okay. So online bookstore. So add a new component. Let's say we assume we have a catalog service there. Catalog service component. So who is the default designer? The team make a catalog service component is there. This component, what is this description? What is this doing? Now we have team members here who is given the task of development. Maybe task of fixing the bug. Only I have registered myself. So I am being assigned. So here, when you register all people in the team, you get a list of email addresses. So you can assign the job to particular person. So it will be recorded then. If you want to make CCs, carbon copies to other people like project manager, you want to send a copy for him or some other managers or software architect. You can have comma separated list of email addresses so that you want to send copies for them. Then it's added catalog service. We had few components. Place order. This component is using place orders. Default assign again me. CC. Likewise, you can add few components more. Payment component. Default assign against me. Tracking order. default side again me. Now we have added 4 components for our this online booking store OBS. So we can manage. If you can delete this one entry, you can delete if you can, right? Well, let's say now you want to now report a bug. Oh, we have now payment service. You can enter there, right? Then now we want to report a bug. We go to new, create a bug report. So if you want to create a new complaint or bug report, you go to new. And select the product itself from this list of products we have. Let's say OBS, our product concern in the discussion. Now we have now interface with various details. So this interface, this can use to report the details of the bug. Product name, OBS, component, catalog service, payment service, place order, tracking order. Version 1. Let's say now we want to report a bug in payment service component. You select it. So this component is using to online payments. Then we have to provide some information. Severity, priority, balance automatic income. What is the hardware? This component, this bug is observed. Then this bug is observed when this hardware is running on Macintosh. So other hardware update. So we have a database there. MySQL database. The database can be updated if you have hardware other than this. Other සාමාන්‍ය database එක query කරන විදියට ඒක විතර යන්න ඕනේ MySQL එකට යන්න ඕනේ. MySQL එක පාර්ට් එකක් නේද මේකේ. ඒතර MySQL එකට ගිහිල්ලා අපිට පුළුවන් database එක update කරන්න. මම හිතන්නේ මේ interface එකේ facility එක නැතුව ඇති database එක update කරන්න මේ go to මොකක්ද tool එක පාවිච්චි කරලා මේ Winamp server වගේ අලුත් hardware තියෙනවා නම් ඒක database එක update කරන්න පුළුවන්. Let's say now PC, Windows operating system. In all operating system, we observe this problem, or this problem is encountered when it's using in Windows. So we observe this problem, and this product is running now on Windows. In priority, there is some information regarding the importance, severity, how important the bug and priority, right? Let's say now we go to our PowerPoint again. There are different pirate levels. It's captured this PowerPoint side here. Blocker, critical, major, normal, minor, trivial enhancement. Criticality is down from top to bottom. It's highest level we have, they are very critical. At lower level, they are less critical. Blocker. So block development and testing work. Blocks development and testing work and other transactions. උදාහරණයක් විදිහට අපි දැන් මෙතන online system එකක් නෙමෙයි. එතකොට first thing is you have to log in. If there is a problem in the login, you cannot proceed. So it's blocking the whole transaction. So it's like a blocker. So in this case, payment, this is online payment, the payment interface again, you have to give the payment details. If the interface does not accept any inputs, that's a blocker. We cannot go forward. The transaction payment cannot be done because at the very beginning, the interface is not accepting data, some problem or some issue in the field. Amount එක දාන field එක disable වෙලා. Enter amount is disabled. So that kind of bug is like a blocker. And next level, critical. System cache. When this data is input, system cache. Or memory overflow. Memory, what we call memory leak. Severe memory leak, memory overflow. So major use of functionality. Some menu is items are broken. The menu is popping up, but some menu items are not working. Likewise, we have other levels: blocker, critical, major, normal, minor, trivial. Trivial can cosmetic issues like mixed spellings, trivial mixed spellings of words, alignment problems of the text, cosmetic problems like spelling checking, alignment problems, maybe color issues, interface color issues. An enhancement is something like we're adding add new functions. So you have to select the severity of the problem. So when you go from top to down, the criticality is decreasing. Then the priority level as can be mentioned. So how important the bug is, that particular bug is. So this priority level helps the management and software engineers to prioritize their work. So the priority level is helping in project planning the work. So programmer he may be assigned several works, several tasks been assigned for him. Based on the priority level, he can decide the order of addressing his workflow can be sequenced. His workflow can be arranged based on the priority order. So management, project manager can take this priority level import into consideration when people are assigning or resources allocating. Like P1 is the highest priority, like Spark P1 is highest, P2 next highest, then we go down, priority level decreases. P5 the least priority level. In fact, you can increase it. If you want to have more priority levels, you can change the database. High, low, medium. High priority, medium, low. තුනක් ඕනනම් ඒ තුන දාගන්න පුළුවන් database එක update කරන්න පුළුවන් that way. Again, then bug is the component is selected. Severity enhancement, blocker, critical, major, normal, minor, trivial enhancement. So it's enhancement, and we can have lower priority, low priority. So I come back to again, tool interface is there. Severity is enhancement, priority is assign low priority. Then state of the bug. In the bug life cycle, bug can be in different state. This is important. Different state. The state will be changed from one state to another upon some event happens. What are these states? So bug life cycle, bug is created and bug is resolved at one time. In between, there are different states bug can be stay. So I think there are 5 to 6 states. We go back to those states now. We come back to the PowerPoint again. States. Particular bug life cycle. Life cycle defines what is the state of the bug. Defines what is the state of the bug. Confirmed, new, assign, reopen, resolved, verified, closed. 7 states. Let's see what is unconfirmed means. first state, unconfirmed. Now somebody has, some event has happened, something has happened. Somebody has observed some behavior. This person sees this as a bug. This person sees this as a bug, but no one has validated it. Nobody has confirmed. So something abnormal, something strange has been observed, and it has been reported. But it is in unconfirmed state, meaning that not second person has validated it because of maybe sometime maybe it's misunderstanding. He has reported this bug because of the misunderstanding. Maybe other person does not seen this as a bug. Therefore, for further proceeding, it has to be confirmed by some other second person. No, this cannot be done for everyone. The person who has permission to do that. Maybe senior software engineer. This bug report is in unconfirmed state. Now he can reject if required. Maybe if he decided that this is not seen as bug, we keep it unconfirmed state. So state can be changed if he realized now this is like a bug, right? So he can change the bug state to new. So when a bug is reporting, we have to assign the bug to a certain person. So he can confirm, okay, this is like a bug. Usually bug is confirmed by the person who is assigned to it. In a bug state unless someone confirm it. So bug which is in unconfirmed state will be stay in that state. Will be stay in that state until someone confirm it. Usually the assignee is a person who is can confirm it because he's been assigned the task of fixing it. State එකේ තියෙන්න පුළුවන් ගොඩ වෙලාව. ගොඩ කාලයක්. කවුරු හරි confirm කරනකම් මේක ඒ state එකේ තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. Unconfirmed, that is the first state. Then new. When a bug is confirmed, bug is confirmed, it will be moved to new state. So bug is in unconfirmed state. When confirmed by someone, it will move to new state. So new state when bug is confirmed. This bug has been recently added to the assignee list of bugs. And when it's confirmed, move into a new state. Unconfirmed state to new state. In new state can be moved to assigned state. That means bug gets assigned to some other person to resolve the problem. So the bug in assigned state means the resolution is not given, solution is not found yet, but it is assigned to some person or someone who can resolve the problem. That means the job has assigned to a certain person to resolve your resolution. Then again it can come back to a new state in certain situation. So what will happen when you assign state, it can move to resolve state, or it can move back to new state. When let's see when the assigned state and resolve state transition can take place. Resolved solution has been found. Solution has been found, but it is not yet validated. And you are writing a program, it has to be validated at some point by QA team. It's something like that. You now change the code that you think that is the solution for the fault. The fault is fixed with respect to you, but it's not with respect to other person. So it has to be verified, validated by the QA team. So bug in resolve state means bug is not yet verified and validated by QA team. If QA team accept the solution, then it can be moved to verified state. That's what we have from resolved state to verified state. In the verified state, QA team has looked at the bug and they agreed for the resolution. And they agreed for the solution. That means appropriate action has been taken to fix the bug. bug is moving to the closed state when the product is delivered again, make available to use for the client group. Closed state. This case bug is to be dead, and the solution is correct. And this is no more existing. So record is deleted, right? So that's the happy path, right? Happy path, unconfirmed state to new state, then new state to assigned state to resolution state, verified state, then case closed. That's a happy path. Then the alternative paths are possible. Yeah. From a resolved state to a reopen state, it can be moved from resolved to reopen. The quality assurance team reject the solution. The QA team does not accept the solution. Maybe when you are checking, testing the software, validating the software, they see the result produced. Again, there is a deviation from the specification. Regular testing කරන්නේ එතකොට ඒගොල්ලන් logic වැඩක් නැහැ. ඒගොල්ලෝ බලන්නේ එතකොට program run the program and see whether when test cases are input, the results produced are complying with the specification. If it is not the case, then it's solution cannot be accepted. So at the resolution stage, people, the QA team try to check whether the solution is acceptable or not. Not means the program delivery is not comply with the specification. That means solution is rejected. So now it back to resolved state again, reopen state. Reopen the bug. The solution is provided once bug is resolved, but resolution is incorrect. Reopen state again. It's all to reopen. For fixing, I give a maybe they යාටම කියන්න පුළුවන් මේක ආයි බලන්න කියලා. You can ask him to consider alternative. And assign the task to assign can be moved to new state එකේ. ඒ කියන්නේ එතකොට assign දැන් assign state එකේ තියෙන reopen කරලා ගත්තා. දැන් කාටද assign කරලා තියෙන්නේ? From which we move to new state. That means that now that bug is going to assign for another person, not the same person. Reassign. The idea of moving to new state is that it's going to be reassigned for another person. These are the 7 state. This is a bug life cycle. Initially at in unconfirmed state, bug is just reported. When someone confirm it, is moved to new. Then when assigned for fixing, it moved to assigned state. When resolution is given, it move to resolved state. When it is verified by the QA team, moves to verified, and it's moving. The product is shipped, is moved to closed state. If the resolution is not acceptable, solution is not rejected, is reopened again, and will be assigned. Go to move assigned state, and if it required, can be reassigned to another person. So reassign for the reassigning purpose, it is going to new. The new state එක තියෙනවා කියලා කියන්නේ කාටවත් assign කරලා නැහැ තාම. දැන් මේ assign කරපු bug එකක් ආයි new වලට යනවා කියලා කියන්නේ ඒතර මේ reopen හරහා එන්න පුළුවන්. reopen හරහා ගිහලා මෙතනට ඇවිල්ලා reopen හරහා මෙතනට ඇවිල්ලා මෙතෙන්දී වෙන කාට හරි assign කරනකම් එයා new එකට යනවා. Once it's moved to new state, then only we know that this bug is under still not fixed. On the consideration, it's not fixed, so we can have that task assigned to some other person. Then assign back. Then result closed. Maybe at this point it's decide not to go ahead. Not worthwhile to go ahead. This case closed. So we have open states and end state. So the unconfirmed new, assign, reopen, all are open state, end state. End kilometer resolution එකක් දීලා තිනවා solution එකක් දීලා තිනවා ඒක verify කරලා තිනවා case එක close. તો මේක අවසානයේ මේක තමයි end state එක. එතකොට මේ state එකේ තියෙන ඕනෑමක් වෙන්න පුළුවන් open. Unconfirmed new state එකට යන්න පුළුවන්. ඒක තියෙන්න පුළුවන් ටික වෙලාවක් කාලයක් මේ state එකේම assign කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙන කාට හරි. එතකොට reassign කරන්න පුළුවන් තව එක්කෙනෙකුට. reopen කියන්නේ its solution is rejected, like it's open state. So then we go back to the tool again. So we select the state, unconfirmed, new, assigned. දැන් ටිකක් තියෙනවා මෙතන තාම ඒක pop up වෙලා නැහැ අලුත් එකට තියෙන්නේ. So let's say we unconfirmed, right? Unconfirmed state. Assign to this developer. CC can be send then you can have schedule time, estimated hours, 5 hours for fixing. Deadline can be given. So deadline for fixing is 8:30, August 30th. So URL, if this online product is applicable for online product, www.book.com. Some summary. Let's say payment data cannot enter. What is the bug summary? උඩ මෙතනින් උඩ මුකුත් නෑ බග් එක ගැන මුකුත් කිව්වේ නෑ කිව්ව කියන්නේ ඩීටේල් එකක් දුන්නේ නෑ unless the state is mentioned, sign is mentioned, but nothing is said about what is the bug. What is the bug? So summary of the bug, summary detail here. So these details are helping to reproduce the bug. This bug happens when tried, for example, when try to enter the amount field is disabled. Or amount cannot be insert. Attach කරන්න පුළුවන් පින්තූර at an attachment. The screen එකකට screenshot එකක් අරගෙන you can make a screenshot so that further explain what is the output generated. So you can have attachment here, image of the screen. It depends on. So this module depends on some other modules. So you can have a list of dependence module here. So this payment module depends on shipment module depends on this module, payment module. So because shipment is done after the payment, so dependency relation can be, dependency modules can be added here. For the moment we skip it and blocks if these modules blocks other modules, something like that. So we have given sufficient details of the bug. So required field asterisk so yeah, compulsory. Required field others severity, OS, priority, they are optional. Or submit. So when you submit the bug, you get the bug ID. So this the ID is the 4. When you submit the bug, you are getting a number, identification number. So you can use this identification number for future reference number. So bug ID is like a reference number which you can use for the future. So email has sent to the developer, not others. Reporter is this one, reported on this date. So has been reported in this state by this is a reporter. Dependency relation එක අපිට බලා ගන්න පුළුවන් graph එකක් හරියට හරි tree එකක් හරියට. So direct stick to bugs having direct relationship with the entered bug. So මෙතන dependency එක දාන්නේ මොකද්ද මේ other modules that are related to this module. It can be shown as graph or tree. It's in unconfirmed state. When try to enter the amount field is this. When try to enter the amount field is disabled. එතකොට මේක කරන් පස්සේ තව ඊමේල් එකක් යනවා මේ assign ඊට now he can edit email එතන bug ID එක තියෙනවානේ edit යන email එක මේ ඔක්කොම ඉස්සරට එක තියෙනවා in summary form, table form. So email is sent with these details to the assigned. Now he can use that email to go to the bug, and he can now edit this. Now here he can log in from his ID. He can log in from his ID. එයාට තියෙන ID login වෙලා එතකොට එයාගේ bug එකට ගිහිල්ලා ඉවරලා අපිට state එක වෙනස් කරන්න පුළුවන්. Now he's going to change the state. Now he's going to confirm it. So he accepts this as a bug. He changed the state now to new. Now we can save changes. Likewise, for coding purpose, we try to enter few more bugs. So I will add those details for some other bugs as well. Let's say catalog service place order. Windows priority, lowest priority, unconfirmed state, assigned to CC, no. What a URL, change the color of the interface. The color of the interface. is eye disturbing. Whatever it is, attachment depends on submit. Bug ID 5. Another bug. Place order version 1. High priority. Assume it is in new state. Some other bug report tag dano am is some unconfirmed state in a patangan, right? Assume now its state is changed by the programmer later. URL order data cannot enter. You can create the product, its component. Now here the components of CNO, right? Make a complaint the end user. End user component complaint කරන්න එතකොට එයා කියන්න ඕනේ දැන් place order කියන action එක කරන්න ගියාම තමයි මේක එන්නේ place order action එක කරන්න ගියාම තමයි මේක වෙන්නේ right. Any customer can make the partial complaint, then some other development team might fill the other things like dependency done and user. So these thing fields has to be done filled by a technical person, maybe who is take care of this kind of queries. So in that way, you can import bugs, and after that, what are other things? So you have to do. මේ life cycle දැනගන්න ඕනවලු. මෙතන life cycle එක important ප්‍රස්ථාන මේ වගේ තැන් වලින් තමයි අහන්න වෙන්නේ. මෙනු එකෙන් මම ප්‍රශ්න අහන්නේ නැහැ. What is that priority, for example? Why priority is required? Resolution levels තියෙනවා, right? Resolution fix, invalid, not worth, later, remind, me බලමු පස්සේ duplicate works for me. So when you click search, you get this menu. Products available, selected product. For in this case, online book is online book is selected. What are the components of OBS version 1? Resolution states can be one of these: unconfirmed, new, assign, reopen, resolve, verified, close. Resolution fix, invalid, won't fix. So we'll come to this one. So when you click search button, search button click කරාම මේ get this search for bugs here. Search core එක දෙන්න පුළුවන්. Can do the search core here. We perform a specific search. So list of products, components, selected products and its details. Resolution fix, invalid. Let's see what this resolution means here. Severity discuss, status discuss, priority discuss. Severity kata kara, priority kata kara, status kata kara. Let's see what are these resolutions. What type of solutions can be given? Go to the PowerPoint again. Fixed the bug is checked and fixed. So bug is fixed into tree and is tested. එතකොට මාක් කරන්න පුළුවන් QA person. QA person can mark the bug resolution is changed to fixed state. Invalid. Resolution can be invalid. That means problem described is not a bug. The QA the resolution then go the QA person, so he can mark this as a invalid bug. The problem is not a reported thing, is not a bug. One fix. The problem described is a bug which will never fixed. අවශ්‍ය නැහැ fix කරන්න. But it's no need to fix it, which will never fix for some reasons. Later, the problem described is a bug which will not fix in this version of the product. Maybe later. මේ version එකේදී fix කරන්නේ නැහැ. seen as a bug, but it's not fixed in this version. But will fix in this, what fix in this version, but maybe, but still there's a possible time permit. If there is time permit, we can consider that bug during this release. Remind state පොඩි වෙලාවකට ඒක postpone කරනවා. It can consider to fix in this release. Remind means during this release, remind to fix it, duplicate. So this is a duplication of an existing bug. එතකොට මේක මේ state එක change කරන එක අපිට පුළුවන් මේ not only QA team, other people can also responsible people who have authority to do that can change this. Duplication. This problem is a duplication of the previous bug. All that has been already reported. So in that case, duplicate bug number has to be mentioned, making the bug duplicate request bug number of the duplicate. You can say bug 5 is a duplication of 2. So duplication details can be added. Another resolution. So we have to give information for reproducing the bug. Some details of the bugs has been given to reproduce is to find a solution. Maybe developer is trying to reproduce the assignee. The bug is assigned to a developer, is trying to reproduce it. See actually what is happening. The required information is try to reproduce the bug again, but his attempts fails. And also by reading the code, no clue, nothing can be conclude why this happens. Information bug produce කරන්න බෑ. And code එක බැලුවත් why the reason cannot find out. If more information appears later, please reassign the bug. पर करना है लेकिन दिले दिन इंफॉर्मेशन प्रमाणित नहीं कंक्लूजन भाग्य के लिए करना है इसका पसे आई में होगी माउते में reconsider that's idea here, right? Fix me and solution का दिली right? Invalid can it's not a bug. It's a because of misunderstanding. Won't fix the bug, but it's no need to fix it. Later, postpone for another version in the future. Remind again. It's later in the day or later in the week to reconsider it within this release. Duplicate bugs, repetition of the previous bug report, and work for some. The given information are not sufficient for reproduction of the bug, and information are insufficient. Code also not giving any clue. So if you get more information later on, please reassign the bug. For the beginning, is please file it. You can select from here the catalog service. So in the catalog service, there is a reported bug there. Yes, reported bug ID 5 enhancement, low priority, system windows assigned to the developer here. Unconfirmed state, resolution is not yet summary, change the color of the interface. So you can, if you want to get some export or something, this XML format again. Then payment service. Is reported again enhancement, low priority, Windows, payment data cannot enter. That's its new state. Setting assigned to a new state. Assigned to some person. No, not assigned, but is confirmed. It has been confirmed by another person. Oh, this is a bug now. So I think that's very brief introduction to the Bugzilla tool. I think මතන්නේ ඔයගලන්ට ජෙනරල් අයිඩියා එකක් ආව මේ මොකක්ද වෙන්නේ කියලා මෙතන. මෙතන important thing is that bug, when bug is reported, communication between the people. So you are getting an email if you are being assigned task to fix. You are getting an email. So all these details about the bug is there in this email. So you can get there and you can give a solution, and you can change the bug state from resolved state, and QA team that will send a mail to the QA team so that the bug has been fixed, so they can go for the resolution, check the verification and validation. Then we can confirm or reassign or something. If there is they make Excel sheet very complex. This can be done like through Excel sheet. Google Excel sheet, we can do the job. But it's okay for a small product. So large complex product with hundreds of components. You know how much difficult is when you are using the Excel when you handle large volume of data. Numeric data, I mean, these are not only numeric data. A lot of text, images, and other details are there. Change of bug state and so many things. Also, using normal database system, you cannot do this. So there's a database part involved, but with the special features added to the system with backend database connected to store this various information. So moving to that Bugzilla bug reporting online facility, not cloud service, because they have only bugs about only Bugzilla, the Mozilla product. Every bugs report for the client. End users, they can register in the Bugzilla and you can create an account. My account try. So you can create an account yourself with a valid email address. On my dashboard. So I want to now report a new bug here. Then මෙතන තියෙන ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ products එතකොට. පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන් අපිට පාවිච්චි කරන්න බෑ. අපිට පාවිච්චි කරන bug reports කරන ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ bug report කරන්න පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන්. You can use this report bugs on their product, not ours. Anyway, how this works. So these are the components. They are products. They are Firefox, bugs in Firefox, Mozilla web browser, Firefox for Android, Firefox for iOS, Thunderbird, and other products. Look at other products. So the list of their products listed here. Calendars, I said the product. What happened in the calendar? What you try to do? Summary of your issue or request in one sentence. When I try to select a date, select a month. The menu list is not working. That contains one. Please summarize your issue. So similar cases has been reported. Search. Report karo bug real time. Metan real case mega bug ID. These are the bugs reported. First column, the bug ID. When a bug is reported, you are getting an ID. Some summary, month. We cannot select dates in the next month. Event reoccurring third Sunday of month until next month does not have something. Status resolved and fixed. Resolved and fixed, verified. resolved works for me status මේක අලුත් bug එකක් resolved fixed new bugs verified and fixed report කරන් පස්සේ I can check whether similar bugs are there similar report here මේ list එක බලන්න පුළුවන් find similar issues yes. My issue is not in the list so you can go and check whether this is reported early earlier my issue is not in this list so then you can enter details product calendar version unspecified component general list කරන්න පුළුවන් මෙතන website එක issue එකක් security printing you get list of components you can select it so what do you want to do step to reproduce the mechanic I just want to do this when I try to do this step one by one you had to mention one I did this one I want to do this one and so you have to do the steps required for reproduction of the bug because the developer should know what happened then he will follow these steps to recreate it so this is what I try to do and this is what happened actual result you got menu item broken something like what is the expected this what you try to do what you expected what actually happened those details has to be given if required you can attach a file image එකක් වගේ අරින්න ඕන you can attach an image here file here then submit this select defect report is a request for enhancement let's say or this is a defect report submit the bug okay version එක අහනවා version is required version the calendar එක ඒකල versions මෙතන දාලා තියෙනවා Thunderbird 93 so the database updated now this calendar is 93 bug is reported bug is created and these are the details now if I go to my email we see now email should have it. Email like any saman. මට එනවා මේ ඊමේල් එකක් ඒ ගැන සඳහන් කළා. No, බගේ report කරාම some there's a responsible person for this, they will do the rest. So they go through this complaint and they will take the necessary steps. Maybe this has to be assigned to someone to fix. So that's now up to them to, our responsibility is the reporting. Our responsibility is reporting. Fixing is on their hand. We don't have control over that. So I think introduce Karagola, you can, I think you get some kind of idea what's Bugzilla mean. We get tools, you know, version control all that. WinCVS kila tool එකක් version control වලට. ඉතින් ඒක ටිකක් අමාරුයි මිට වැඩි මේක ටිකක් explain කරන්න lazy. අර offline distributed mode එක ටිකක් කරන්න අමාරුයි ඒක. Classroom එක practical කරන්න එක introduce කරන්න තිබ්බා මේ WinCVS. If somebody is interested, there are tools available, documents, materials available. You can download. The product is open source, freely available. You can try out if time permit. WinCVS version control system. Concurrent version control, CVS. CVS Windows is for Windows version. CVS concurrent version control system. So from this we conclude the Bugzilla tool. Let me try some few questions, and before we can end up with the session, 2-3 questions we discuss. We can finish like 4:30 p.m. We continue with our question. We tried. What is configuration management? We consider what is a baseline, also QA accepted version of the system. What it is? Can I try question number 3D, C, D, and E? In fact, E is already done. What is the difference between version and release? Is a repetition of the previous question. C and D. changing baseline system requires get approval from CCB. List 3 members of the CCB. Change control board. Senior software developer. The project manager, team leader. So team leader represent entire project team. So project manager itself is not a kind of a developer. It's not in a developer. It's only his role is managing the project management. He's been in charge of the coordination of all project. And management, senior managers who can contribute for senior management. දැන් කොච්චර පල්ලෙන් කතාවත් වැඩක් නෑනේ. The cash funding issues වලට ආපුවම උඩින් තමයි තීරණය ගන්න ඕනේ. So people cannot take decision at lower level regarding the funding. Regarding the funding, those issues, those decisions are taken by especially funding taken by the senior management. You can take technical decision at the below level when it's up to top level. Even let's say you want to buy some new hardware, new infrastructure to be added to the environment. So you can take technical decision, but these kind of instruments of computers are required for us. But funding level decisions are taken by senior management. So this could be a possible constitution of composition of CCB. If it is agile method, agile client representative can be added. Client representative. Forwarded to the change control board, CCB. These 3 reasons why such requests could be rejected. Get requests. Duplicate request. Request had made earlier. In that case, request can be duplicate, as we show in the Bugzilla discuss කරන අපි දැක්ක ඒ වගේ situation එකක්. Repetition of the same thing. Invalid request. Also we saw in Bugzilla where requests can be rejected because it's people seen this as a bug, but it's not really a bug. No, misunderstandings perhaps. Misunderstanding. invalid, duplicate. Another reason may be under consideration. සාමාන්‍ය software deployment එකේ මේ අහන questions මේ වගේ ඒවා තමයි අහන්නේ testing score කරන්න පුළුවන් මේ but you have to know the content. දිග උත්තර ලියන්න ඕනේ නැහැ මේ. Very simple. List 3 reasons why such a request can be rejected. Duplicate, invalid, under consideration. දිග හැලි ලියන්න එපා. List 3 members on the CCP ගුවම තුන් දෙනෙක් නම් ලියන ගලින් withdrawal. Look at the answer. Version is a system that accepts the quality for keyword info release. This one sentence. ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ උත්තර පත්‍රයේ අර මේ එක ගොඩක් ලාට එක කොලයක ප්‍රශ්න දෙකකට වගේ උත්තර ලියන්න පුළුවන්. කොලේකාමාරයෙන් question දෙකක් ඉවර කරන්න පුළුවන්. Version and release. We already discussed that. If part F. To identify a version, assigning a numerical number is a common practice. Version number. What is the problem with the numbering system? So you just assign a number to the version. The number saying there's an increment in the sequence. So let's say 1.0, 2.0, 3.0. It looks there's some improvement from one version to another. Version number of versions has been released. But the number does not say anything about the enhancement done. Number is such a number, but we know there is some improvement. Number does not reflect what changes has made. In the version over the previous so number does not say anything about what changes have made over the previous version. This information has to therefore stored explicitly. ඒ තොරතුරු වෙනම තියාගන්න ඕන database එක. That's the number problem. The version 3 version 4 version 4 එකේ මොනවද අමතරව මේ තියෙන features මොන වගේ changes කරේ කියන එක වෙනම database එකේ store කරන්න ඕනේ.